All right, what's up, everybody? I didn't even change the date. Let me change, make sure we good. All right, what's up, everybody? All right, what's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all. I went straight here. So, unfortunately, today, I'm not going to be able to bring in the sound of the game. I don't know. I mean, I'm sorry, of the post game interview. I don't know what's going on with my mixer, but we having the same situation that we did before. And also, let me change the date real quick. All right, so I want you guys, I want to hear your opinion on what's going on and what do you think of today's game. All right, so let's be very clear. The Detroit Lions, they beat a team they should have beat. And it was a great, from an NFL standpoint and a football standpoint, it was a great game. I don't know, here it is. From an NFL standpoint and a football standpoint, it was a great game. But you guys know what I'm going to say. All right. Overall, it was disappointing. St. Brown dropping passes early on, very disappointing. It's been characteristic of him all season. Jamison Williams, I need you to catch it. Jamison Williams has to catch with his hands. All of y'all in the comment section, right? We won. We moved to 7-6, but it doesn't feel like we won, right? We coming down off that high, and we were saying during the live stream, it doesn't matter the outcome of this game. The issues of this team are the same. There are three things. Let's get it started. I'm going to go right into it because I don't have a lot of time. So the Detroit Lions win in a game that they should have dominated. They win in OT. Jahmyr Gibbs put up 1 billion fantasy points. Let me tell you, he's on my fantasy team, and I got to tell you what Jahmyr Gibbs did in fantasy. He put up, let me make sure that I am reading this right, because I want to, as a matter of fact, hold on. Let me do home. Let me do my matchup. And let me look at these. Jahmyr Gibbs put up 55 fantasy yards. That's what they tell me. The Detroit Lions got a win today in a game that they should have dominated. They were the superior team. Offense, defense, every capacity. Didn't do that. Went into overtime against a 2-9, now 2-10 New York Giant team. We won. I should be happy. Don't get it twisted. I am. But we used to winning already. And the Detroit Lions, in a miracle fashion, keep their streak alive. They have had the longest streak without losing back-to-back regular season games in the NFL. And it still stands in now 55 games. It's 55 games. 14 times now. They have lost and won the next game. But there's a lot of holes on this team. And they can't be fixed this season. So we beat a team we should have wiped the floor with in overtime. I'm going to be happy about that. I'm happy we got the win because 7-4 is way better sounding than 5-6 or 6-5. And the Bears and Packers won. So guess what? The Lions are still not in the playoffs. So imagine if they would have lost that game. They would have still. So we won against a team we should have wiped the floor with. We just barely beat them just to stay in the playoff race, in the hunt. And I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to say it respectfully. I don't want to hear another word about Al-Quadin Muhammad. I swear to you, I don't want to hear another word about this man at all. The first thing I'm going to give props to is Jahmyr Gibbs. What a pick. That's why Brad Holmes' head is as big as it is, because this guy is phenomenal. Over 200 yards, phenomenal. 2 breakaway runs, phenomenal. That's why your general manager got a big head. But you know why my head is big? Well, 1, I was born that way. 2, because the pass rush sucks. I don't want to hear you say Al-Quadin Muhammad is elite or even good. You had a chance to end the game. You didn't. You had a chance to get your career. Maybe it wasn't to end the game, but your career sack is sitting there in the face and you miss. And when Aiden Hutchinson had that same opportunity, he ended the game. And by the way, that was the Detroit Lions' lone sack. The lone sack. It took 4 1/4 quarters to get 1 sack. And that sack was a game-winning sack. Do not talk to me about the pass rush. Do not talk to me about Al-Quadin Muhammad. I swear I don't want to hear it. Now, let's talk about this game. Where's David Montgomery? Where's Isaac Tesla? We still have not done anything with a third receiver, with the third wide receiver. I'm happy we won, but Derek, there's no Debbie Downer here. We beat a bad football team. We still beat one team over 500. And that bad football team took us to the limit. Why am I going to be over the moon about that? I'm not. This is a bad football team. We got the Packers coming up. Beat them. Let's start with them. We're trying to win Super Bowls. We're not trying to just beat the Giants. What are we talking about? Let's take a look at the stats, ESPN. Giants had, do you know that there were over 1,000 yards of offense in this game? There was over 1,000 yards of offense in this game. Our defense no doubt took a hit after this game. First downs, Giants had 25, Lions had 23. Passing first downs, 16-13. Rushing first downs, 16-13. No, I'm sorry, 6-9. First downs from penalties, 3 for the Giants, 1 for us. Third down efficiency, Giants with 50%, 8 for 16. We go 5 for 12. Fourth down efficiency, I can't believe it. We didn't go. This might be the first game all year that we haven't gone for it on fourth down. Giants went 1 of 3, and it was that last one. That last fourth down that Hutch got the sack is the one that they They went 1 for 3, so they got 2. They didn't get they got 1, they didn't get 2. Total plays 77-65. I can't wait to see time of possession. Look at this. Total yards between the two teams. Over 1,000 yards, 517 to 497. Yards per play, 6.7 to 7.6 for the Lions. Passing, 257 to 395 on the passing defense. And you know why? You know why Jameis can pass for 395 yards? Because there's no pass rush. That's why. Completions, 19 for 34. Jared Goff, 42 times he threw the football. 28 completions. Yards per pass, 10.4 to 5.7. Interceptions thrown was not Jared Goff's fault. Tip drill, St. Brown still don't want to catch the football. 1, and what a grab by Harper for the interception. Sacks, 1, which was Hutch in overtime to win the game, to 3 on Jared Goff. Rushing, 237 yards, and over 200 of those went to Jameer. 122 for the New York Giants. Rushing attempts, 20 for Lions, 39 for the New York Giants. Yards per rush, 3.1 to 11.9. Jameer Gibbs need a award, bro. Unreal. Red zone attempts, we went 50%, 2 for 4. They went 1 for 3. Penalty 7 for 59 yards to 9 for 81 for us on some of the softest plays I have seen. The softest calls I have seen. Turnovers, 1 for 1. Time of possession, they had us by almost 10 minutes. Brian Branch, unintentional foul, head-to-head, pass interference. He gonna have to learn. Jake Bates, when he kicked it, it was off. I don't think I've ever seen a kick be off, curve back, and then graze the goalpost. Unreal. I thought he missed it. When he kicked it, I said he missed it. Unbelievable. All his game-winning kicks seem like they're like that. I should be happy, and I am, a little percent. Lions have beat one team over 500, and a team with literally nothing to play for, and a spoiler takes us down to the wire. St. Brown, what's going on? Now, you did step up huge down the stretch to get us in field goal range. Let's take a look at some of these box numbers because I want to see it. I want to see what they were able to do. David Montgomery, why is he on the team? Why is he on the team, bro? I mean, Jameer was cooking today, but still, another game with 5 carries for David Montgomery after 6 the previous game. Why is he here? I mean, seriously. I want him here, but why is he here? Dan Campbell said he was going to rush more. Why didn't he? I mean, I get it. Jameer Gibbs was cooking today, but you could have sprinkled a little bit more from David Montgomery. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 9 catches, 100. He had 13 targets. Jahmyr Gibbs, unreal. Khalif Raymond, Jamison Williams, 0 yards. 0 yards. Isaac Tesla, the guy that we traded up for. Once again, our leading pass, we have Amon-Ra St. Brown. We knew that. And then our leading receiver is a running back. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a problem. And unlike some of you, I'm not just happy we won. I'm trying to win it all. We squeaking by the Giants for what? Like, really? At the crib? What is this? Aiden Hutchinson. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You do not turn a 6-sack guy, a 6.5-sack guy into a superstar. It doesn't happen. I always go by the numbers. That's all I go by. Al-Qadim Muhammad is not elite at all. And if you speak the word elite, it is blasphemy. Stop it. We were second in, but Derek, the pass rush. Y'all said I was crying, bro. Now how them tears taste to you now? They taste real good, don't they? We were fortunate to be second for as long as we were. You put this in the hands of Matthew Stafford, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield. You think we win this game? I'm ready for everything. Now, again, I'm 10% happy we won this game. That's it. Because the Giants are beatable. They're spankable. And we grazed them. And one of the reasons that Jameis Winston had 400, how many yards? Jameis Winston had 366 yards because there was no pressure. And when they were there, they missed them. If you watch the tape, it's Hutch, 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 and more Hutch. Maybe y'all should start looking at the darn numbers, man. Anyway, Lions moved to 7-4. Let's do this. Let's see if the NFL has updated. Where are they at? Let's look at some scores from around the NFL. I told y'all, man, listen, Brad gonna have a lot to answer for. Dang, Kareem Hunt wins the game for the Chiefs in OT. Unreal. Unreal. Wow. I had the Colts, and the Colts were rolling for most of that game. All right, let's do some scores from around the NFL. Let's see if the Lions gain any ground, and I don't believe that they have, because the Buccaneers and all right, let's look at the standings and see if they've updated, and let's look at the playoffs. This might not be updated yet. Playoffs right here. Let's see where we at. New England Patriots would win today. Fantastic. Let's go down to the NFC. Philadelphia Eagles, Los Angeles Rams. They're playing later. Chicago Bears moved to 8-3. Another miracle win. Unbelievable. And the Detroit Lions with a win today. They would need a San Francisco 49ers. Did they win already? Did the 49ers win already? Or do they have yet to play? Did they win? I think they have yet to play. Or maybe they play tomorrow night or whatever. If they lose this game, Lions will move up to 7th. Okay, so 49ers is tomorrow night. If they lose this game, Lions move up to 7th. It took all of that to stay where we are. And if the Carolina Panthers, Dallas is playing right now, but it looks like that no matter what, the Lions will be at 8 with a squeak-by win over the Giants. A loss by the San Francisco 49ers puts the Detroit Lions in 7. Maybe. No, they will, because the 49ers haven't had their bye week, and they'll be 7-5. The Lions will be, by virtue of less losses, they will be in the 7th seed. The bottom line is this, ladies and gentlemen. The Lions, as I said last week, are you ready to box with the big boys? You let a bottom feeder team that had nothing to play for, whose coach got fired a couple of weeks ago, take you to overtime. And I'm blaming one person, bro. One. That's it. And I will continue to blame him until he does something about it. And I want to hear nothing about Jared Goff this game. The one turnover was because his receiver had the most. What is going on with St. Brown? But what is evident is that the pass rush sucks. Evident. You know the drill. Go Lions. All right, y'all, we back. I know I missed some super chats. I'll find them. I don't want to hear nothing, bro. Like I've been off Twitter for a week because I ain't want to hear nothing. And if the Lions would have lost this game, oh boy, it would have been crazy. Let me shout out the super chats real quick. All right, we got new member Tyrone. We got a new member as well, Lou. Shout out to Lou. Shout out to Lou with the super chat, says pass rush is atrocious. Shout out to Monstrax, what up, bro, with the $5 super chat, says, what up, Derek? Man, I'm PO'd at this team. I found out today I'm too emotionally invested in this. Hey, you and me both, bro. But I'm starting to check out a little bit. Golf played like crap 2 weeks in a row. Don't you start with that. We're not doing this today, bro. We're not. How are we? We're not doing this. We're not doing this. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Jamison Williams. Hold on. Okay, Yellow. First of all, shut up, bro. You shut your mouth. I'm not supposed to be the GM. That's Brad's job. I never said I was going to be better. So you don't put that on me. He got paid to do this. He gets paid to do this. And what have I been? You know what? Maybe I would be. Because I've been saying get a pass rusher. But your general manager drafted Broderick Martin. Maybe I would be. Sign me up. Maybe I would be. If you want to lick him, you go ahead. I'm not in the mood, bro, because I've been saying this. I don't understand this, bro. If you want to kiss any part of his body, you drive up to him and you do that. I'm not doing this. I have to hear. This man was quiet at the trade deadline. He didn't say nothing. We could have got an offensive lineman. He didn't. And guess what? Jared Goff running for his life. He could have got anyone. He didn't. You ever seen a professional? You ever seen Leon the professional? What's my man's name? Gary Oldman is, and I'm about to trigger some people right now. And Leon the professional taking everybody out. And Gary Oldman says, send what do you say? Send more. Send more men. The dude says, who would you like me to send? Gary Oldman says, everyone. I don't understand this. Y'all, he's the one that has to fix this team. I'm sitting in my basement talking about him not doing it. Shout out to Motor City Brit, 10 months. Wow, I didn't even know it's been that long. Says, hey, Derek, the God of Hutch is him. Definitely pass rush problem, the O-line problems. But we live another day, just beat the pack. That's facts. Appreciate you, Britt. Appreciate you. And see, what grinds my gears is that the O-line is just now a problem, but now we have to tend to it. Because Jared Goff and any other quarterback in the National Football League needs an offensive line. Joe Burrow needs an offensive line. Lamar Jackson needs an offensive line. But now we can't even address the D-line because our O-line is so bad. Do you know that there are four defensive linemen under contract for next season? 4. And like I said before, Brad Holmes is pedestrian. He looking mighty pedestrian right now. You take away the 2 first-round picks, he looking pedestrian. He hit it out the park with Panay. Jahmyr Gibbs is him, period. Period. That's where all Brad Holmes' bravado has come from, is this one pick, and he killing the game. Everything has come from him. Positional value villain. How about edge rusher, anti-edge is what you are. Now, can we please today put a bookend on AQM? Can we all agree in the chat that AQM is not him? Can we do it? Can we do it? We need the other edge. Brad is stubborn. Where's Tesla? He out there. He out there. You can't handle the truth. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. This man, Aiden Hutchinson, is a workhorse. He is a workhorse. He has and always has been the only consistent edge rusher that gets to the quarterback. Why am I so heated, even though we won? Because we should have won this game. And the way we had to go about doing it is concerning. The way we won this game is concerning. And you know what? I'm not going to say the defense has been playing too well, much too well for me to dump on them today. Jameis Winston had 366 yards passing. The Lions had not allowed a 300-yard passer this season until today. And it all starts when you have all the time in the world to throw. And I have a headache now. Shout out to Zonic with the member gang says, who's AQM? I'm not going to be that tough on Aleem. Aleem was a monster. He's been a monster for us. He's coming off an injury. I'm not going to be too mad. But when you sign a guy, and I know Derek, and this ain't my type of content, for everybody, because we won, and I'm heated. I'm heated right now because I ain't trying to just win. I'm trying to win it all. And why the heck is the Giants taking us to the wire? I didn't see Shaka Khan on that team. Why they taking us to the wire, bro? At the crib. Shout out to the Vegeta with the super chat. We need to focus on D-line and O-line this offseason. We need a true center and a Decker replacement. But we need a true DE and a playmaker. One sack is trash. After today, after week 12, my assumption is that the Lions will be out of the top 10 in sacks. They went in 7. They will be, and I said that in my video. I broke my wall on accident. I can't lie. The third down breakdowns got me so mad. Jameis Winston was looking like a Pro Bowler, then went back to normal Jameis Winston in OT. Are we going to talk about Amon-Ra St. Brown with the important drops? Well, listen, they're saying that his hand is messed up. I don't know, but he dropping everything, and he need to figure out what's going on. It is so uncharacteristic of him and how he's playing right now. He is playing, but he stepped up. He still had 100 and some yards, but he dropped. So Jared Goff's 2 interceptions over the past 2 weeks have both been on tip drills. And y'all want to blame him. Y'all was coming. He had a horrible game last week. There's no doubt about it. But don't you see our offensive line? Notice how many times third-round pick sack, DT sack Jared Goff 3 times today. Meanwhile, we don't have a DT with a sack all season. Well, entity, that's actually incorrect. I'll be the first one to say Roy Lopez has a sack. Roy Lopez has a sack. I found that out a couple weeks ago. He does have a sack, so he is the lone defensive tackle that has a sack, but I get what you're saying. Derek, see my super chat. My bad, Rainbow. I'm sorry. Let me scroll back up and find it. Okay, our Rainbow Girl with the super chat. Appreciate that. $6.99 says, Derek, it has always been Hutch and only him. Happy for this win, but it was to win Giants. This reveals the truth of our pass rush and Brad's ego. And you know what, guys? Thank you, RG, for that. And that's the facts. And the thing about it now is, but there's nothing he can do. This is our team. So we're looking at Josh Paschal. We're looking at Marcus Davenport. Oh, by the way, Marcus Davenport has one more game to miss on Thanksgiving. If he doesn't play Thanksgiving, he has to play. His 21-day window opens on the 4th of December, the same day we play the Pittsburgh Steelers. So something has to give. Our 6th-round pick comes back and gets 7 sacks. Shaking that Barnes missed tackle. Oh my God, yellow. Bro, I forgot all about that. So somebody, I might have to break that play down in Lions Syndicate film room. Somebody misses a sack. I can't remember who it was. Might have been a QM. I don't remember. Somebody, not a sack, because it wasn't the quarterback, but they miss a tackle. First of all, the play took forever to develop. But I'm like, yo, not only did you miss the tackle that would have ended that play, you let Jameis Winston catch it, and then Derek Barnes, dog, what is happening? You let Jameis Winston Euro step over you and score. That might be the worst. I would hate to be Derek Barnes because that will never, ever go away. I think that was Jameis Winston's first career touchdown. And you are on the highlight reel on the ground. And then when they show a clip of that and freeze frame it, he going to be looking down at you, bruh. That's crazy. Will with the super chat. Appreciate you, bro. $5 says the pass rush opposite Aiden was a no-show. Offensive line looked off, and this game should have never been decided in OT. Supposed to sack 5 times. That's 100%. C Pool with the super chat. Director member, appreciate you. Says the AQM chatter needs to stop. Tesla can't run routes or get wide open. Williams, Aleem, and Reader have been a liability on the pass rush. Hey, y'all, Giants got extremely lucky with the floaters in the air. That's much worse than the Dak Prescott missed tackle. Let me see. Rainbow Girl says DC at the podium. Rainbow, I can't bring him in. So if you guys want to go over there, that's fine. I'm having audio issues. There's another echo. I don't know where it came from and why it's here. But we'll be wrapping up the stream in a couple of minutes because I got to do something with my son real quick. We will be on for the night game to see if the Lions can gain any ground on the NFC. Just sending this to her. Hey, Boogie, I appreciate you, bro. I didn't know you overseas, bro. I didn't know that. Glad Detroit won at least so we don't get clowned on. Hey, bro. We're going to get clowned, period. We are, but it would have been nonstop had a 2-9 team beat us. It would have been bad. And let's not forget, Kayvon Thibodeau didn't play today. If Kayvon Thibodeau plays today, Jared Goff might have been sacked 5 or 6 times. See, the offensive line is a liability, and it's too late. It's too late because Brad has a massive job to do this offseason. No matter what happens this year, Super Bowl, NFC Championship game, divisional round, wild card, missing the playoffs entirely, which right now, with 6 games left, the Detroit Lions are not in. The Bears, another miracle win. I'm tired of it. Not only is if Jahmyr Gibbs single-handedly saved us, bro, that's crazy. 59-yard field goal is good. Ahmed must be the answer, possibly, but we will not know until next year. A must acquire elite pass rusher this offseason. Here's the bad news, ladies and gentlemen. There's not a ton left. A lot of them are locked up for multi-year deals. Shout out to Vegeta, says we can't run the ball left side well at all. That is why we are using Montgomery less too. He tends to run through the middle and left a lot more. But then here's the thing though, Vegeta, why? I just about had it on the 3rd and 17. AQM missed a sack. That's the one he missed. And that to me is that you are not worthy at that point of elite edge status. You're not. Tesla was wide open and Goff missed him. I'm sure you can say that about every single quarterback every single week. Hey, Rainbow, you and me both. Why don't you ever say Goff is a liability, Mr. Block Me Softly? Because we got bigger problems, DM. And you stupid if you can't see it. We got bigger problems than Goff. Goff is a liability? How about the O-line? How about the fact that this guy, why is he a liability, bro? We back on this? We're back on this. We're back on this. You had a quarterback that completed 74% of his passes until last week. Every player is a liability. Stop it, bro. I am so sick to death of this. God, the man played well. It's not good enough. He plays bad. He's a liability. I swear to you, I've never seen so much judgment of a guy. You know who's a liability? Brad Holmes. How about that? You signed him. Brad Holmes signed him to a 4-year extension. Who's the liability? What are y'all? What is this? I am tired of hearing Goff get blamed. Everything good he does is not enough. Y'all rather go over there and root for the Los Angeles Rams Lions. Y'all rather be Detroit Lions than root for your quarterback. Y'all rather watch Matthew Stafford and cheer him on like he gives a care about you than hold your general manager accountable for his lack of. And the first person we blame is Jared Goff. How about Jameson? Use your hands. How about St. Brown? Stop dropping the ball. Jameson Williams is in the breadbasket, dropped. St. Brown, hit him in both the hands. I don't want to touch it. Hot potato. But Goff is a liability. I'm sick of it. I'm tired. The D-line is a liability. The offensive line is an liability. What's my man name? What's the dude? Jonathan Vilma said that Alex Anzalone was supposed to cover the tight end on the running back on one of the plays. But because he was blitzing, the dude was wide open, and we still didn't get there. I'm tired, bro. I'm sick of this. Y'all didn't appreciate Stafford when he was here. Now you want him back. Because, Stafford with this team will win the Super Bowl. That's what we was trying to do the whole time. But the Rams said, forget these picks, and they got the Super Bowl. The Eagles are not afraid to do anything. And y'all so quick to give up on your own team. I'm tired of this. Ridiculous, bro. Y'all didn't appreciate Stafford when he was here. Our team sucked. And now you're like, we got a good team now. Let's go get him back. Goff has been to a Super Bowl. Your Detroit Lions have not. Enough. Period. That's it. So you said Goff was a liability. It was Sean McVay. Who was the quarterback? Jared Goff. I'm tired, bruh. I'm tired. We act like Brad Holmes walk on water because he made a few good picks. If you wanna praise him, you got to criticize him as well. He signed Jared Goff. So if Jared Goff is a liability, that is Brad Holmes' fault. Because guess what? You could have had a new quarterback this year. But your quarterback just started his new money right now. There is not an out for 3 seasons. And he's a liability? He didn't even have to be here. It's not Jared Goff's fault that he here. Tired of this, bro. Anyway, me and my son, we about to watch My Hero. We 3 seasons, 3 episodes behind. So we about to catch up. After that, I'm taking him to his mom's house. And after that, we'll be back to have a good time for Sunday Night Football. I'll try to fix the audio by the end. Doesn't matter. If not, we on. Y'all have to be better, bro. If you go and you watch my videos, the only person that I am holding accountable is Brad. You know why? Because every personnel decision is up to him. He is the reason that our team is where it is, the good and the bad. If Jared Goff is a liability, so is Brad Holmes. This ain't, we got the best quarterback in the trade and Jared Goff, we wanted this guy. Brad Holmes decided not only to re-sign him, but to make him one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL at the time. There's not a potential out for 2.5 more seasons, and he gets all the blame. The 2 turnovers that we've had have both been on a batted pass and a drop pass right into the hands of another defender. Brad Holmes, your general manager, knowing we needed a D-line, knowing we needed an offensive line, took Broderick Martin and gave up some draft picks. He took Isaac Tesla. He doesn't even play and doesn't even get targeted. At the trade deadline, he was quiet and didn't do anything. And Brad and Goff is the liability. Stop it, bruh. I'm tired. Karma with the super chat says, coaches right now are a liability, no imagination or urgency. Goff doesn't have to be good. He doesn't have to be good. I think he's fantastic. He's just not what y'all want. If you give him time, he will carve you up. He one of the best in the NFL. He not agile on his feet. He not Lamar Jackson. He's not Joe Burrow. But he's a really, really good quarterback. At the same time, the man can't do it all. Jameis Winston had 366 yards passing, and that's Jared Goff's fault. We had 1 sack at the end of the game in overtime, and that's Jared Goff's fault. That's one man's fault. Marcus Davenport, why are you here? Levi Onwuzurike, why are you here? And yet, we just rip Goff up. But Brad Holmes is the Messiah, bro. I'm done. I'm not. Anyway, I'm out of time. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I'm going to go drink some tea because my voice needs it. But I am tired of all of this. I'm tired of all of this. Let me see. He goes, have trauma, though. What are you talking about? Motor City Brit, appreciate the super chat, says the buck stops with Brad Holmes. You tear into the D-line, Brad Holmes, even when we win, you can check Goff when he plays too bad. You can try. I did, my opinion. I checked him last week. Go watch the tape, bro. Go watch the tape. What you talking about? I was a fan of Joey Harrington. I don't feel good about Thursday. Hey, who has trauma, channel? Who has trauma? Goff sucks. That's not the biggest problem. Okay, listen. Well, stop watching, Lions fan. Let me ask you this, bro. This is dumb. Goff sucks. Whose fault is it that he's here? Okay, he sucks. You think that, fine. That's not on him. That's on Brad. Brad don't think he sucked, right? Oh, yeah, but this is the same guy that thought we should trade up for Broderick Martin. Okay. All right. Anyway, I'm out of time, bro. I'm out of time. This is crazy to me. Appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Insane. Absolutely crazy.